Hey guys, you asked for it, so we did it. So what happens every time I do a video about a small amplifier, 15 watts or 5 watts or 25 watts, is the number one comment is always, is it loud enough? Do you feel this amp is loud enough? Can you gig with this amp? In fact, that's probably the biggest one. Can you gig with this amp? Well, in a lot of gig situations, you would mic it or DI it. But the question was, is it practical? So I asked some local bands to come help me out. Today, Tattooed Stepsister, a band in Chandler, Arizona, came in and basically rose to the challenge of the project. Here's what I basically did to them. I didn't tell them what amps they were going to be using. They had no idea. We just handed the guitar player amp after amp after amp, gave him a few minutes to dial in a tone, which was not very fair, but we did it anyways. And we gave him rules. The rules were he had to use the 112 cabinet we provided, which was a Fender cabinet with an Italian Jensen in it at 8 ohms. And he had to use the amp's distortion. Now, in some cases, the amp's distortions weren't enough, so he used a Timmy clone pedal to boost it, which was totally fine. Basically dialed in the sound as fast as he could, and away they went. So let's see what happened.
Wanna go for a ride?
So I noticed the Krank was clearer and you could hear it better than this.
I could hear it clearer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this didn't cut nearly as well.
Yeah.
And I had the EQ up. You said that I didn't want to max out the treble, but it should have been a little more clear. Maybe it needed presence control or something like that on it.
Yeah.
But it seemed a little muddy compared to the Krank.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, so how did that sound compared?
Also did not cut all that well.
But better than the last one.
Better than the last
Yeah,
one.
I agree.
First
Better
one
than the
still-
Blackstar, but it wasn't as muddy as the Blackstar.
Yeah.
But it still didn't have those highs where it was really kicking through.
Yep.
But so I agree. Hey, what'd you guys think of the Peavey?
I liked it.
I didn't like the tone until we got playing, and then I did like it.
I know.
I liked it in amongst the rest of the band.
Yes, I agree. I thought it sounded.
It jumped out a little better.
Yeah, when you first started playing it, like I said, I didn't like the tone, but I thought it was cutting.
Yeah.
And then when you guys said it, I was like, it sounded fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's impressive. Without a doubt. My ears are ringing right now.
I like that.
It was loud. You know what's funny is, I thought it sounded the best.
Yes.
Even though,
I did run my OD. With
right, yeah, just a
OD
push on it,
crank
right?
on it.
It's weird to me how, sadly, the only negative was you guys just need to be louder because he was so freaking loud.
But the thing that I really liked is I didn't have to worry about dynamics. I was not hitting hard.
Oh, no.
But he was still. It sounded loud, but at the same time, to me, it was clean and full.
Mine's like on 1 on both of these.
Oh,
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's like all the
Buy
way I
that.
can turn it down.
That's a Marshall?
Yeah, it's the
Now,
Marshall.
only problem in a rehearsal environment is if you're playing at your house,
Yeah, that's too loud.
it's too loud for rehearsal.
That's
Great
what
live.
they make attenuators
Right.
for.
Yeah.
Great live. And live, we can bring everything else.
Right.
You can stay where you are. I can turn my amp up. We can bring.
How was that one?
It was good.
It was loud. I mean, it was loud enough.
It was loud. It was good. I still like the first one better.
I like this one the best.
But this was good.
This was a good compromise of tone by itself and with the band.
It definitely
So your
came
next
through the
song,
mix.
what do you
No
do?
problem hearing it.
And I like the way it sounded said by itself too.
Yeah.
Versus a couple of the others that
I liked it too.
didn't really care.
I mean, it was the shell shock stuff from the Marshall.
Yeah.
In my ears.
Yeah.
Cigarettes.
I still think the first one was cleaner, and I still like the Peavey the way it sounded. This one, I don't know, I felt like I kind of got lost.
Oh, so
Not
it's
the
too
drums
muddy.
got lost.
Yeah.
I could not hear it as cleanly as the other two.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It has a lot more saturation in it.
Big difference.
So,
Feels just like
which,
Again, I want to thank Tattooed Stepsister for coming in and doing this. It's not fair what I did to them. I basically had to chop the videos up in very short segments because I want to keep the flow going. And I know most of you guys are really more interested about the gear. It was really nice of them to come down, put all this effort into it. They played all those songs in entirety for us, and they were great. These guys know hundreds of songs. Please make sure I put their contact information down below for Facebook and website. Please go to their Facebook and like them. If you're in the Chandler, Gilbert, Phoenix area, hit them up, watch a show, right? Local bands like this are the lifeblood of the music industry. They're the ones that basically make the afternoon so much more enjoyable when you're sitting there and you hear somebody who cares about music and they project that. And it was great. It was really nice of those guys to give us feedback. It was interesting to see what they liked and didn't like, because this is what was the heart of this idea. Taking these small amplifiers that are actually taking the industry over by storm and seeing how practical are they, especially in this situation. That was a pretty realistic situation, right? You show up at a band rehearsal place or you show up somewhere, you either bring your small amp or there's a small amp available. Will it work for you or not? And now you think you guys kind of have a clear picture. The other thing I was shocked was I didn't predict anything right other than the Marshall 2061 I thought would be the loudest, and it was. In fact, it was obnoxiously loud. You can't tell in the video, but I can tell you right now, it was loud. And he was at volume 1. So something to take note to. We have more of these videos actually ready to go. What I want you to do is, please, if you like the video, hit like. Please share the video. This video is important because this is something I thought was really interesting, different than my other videos. Please hit subscribe if you want to see more of these, because I think this is going to be a really fun project to do. And we did a ton of amps, and we even have more amps and more stuff to do. All right, guys, thanks for your time. Know your gear.